Everyone talks about the legendary German Tiger and Panther tanks. With their thick armor and powerful guns, often overshadowing the American Sherman. But what if I told you that the Sherman tank had a secret weapon, a piece of technology so revolutionary it completely changed the game on the battlefield? It wasn't a bigger gun or thicker armor. It was a radio. And this radio, the SCR-508, is arguably the single most important reason for American armored dominance in World War II. Let's set the scene. Imagine the chaos of a tank battle. Engines roaring, shells exploding, metal screeching. In this inferno, communication is life. The ability to talk to your fellow tankers, to coordinate an attack, to call for help, that's what separates victory from annihilation. And this is where the American approach differed fundamentally from the German one. The Germans, for all their engineering prowess with tanks like the Tiger, had a critical weakness. Their primary tank radio, the FUG-5, was an AM system. If you've ever tried to tune an AM radio during a thunderstorm, you know what that means. Static, interference, and noise. Now imagine that noise amplified by a tank engine, gunfire, and the electrical systems of the vehicle itself. German tank commanders often struggled to hear anything clearly. Making matters worse, only about 1 in 5 German tanks. Typically, the command vehicles had a full transmitter and receiver. The other 80%? They were equipped with receivers only. They could listen, but they couldn't talk back. It was like a conference call where only the boss can speak and everyone else is on mute in the middle of a hurricane. This created a rigid top-down command structure that was slow to react to the fluid, ever-changing reality of combat. Now let's hop into an American Sherman tank. Every single one, all 49,324 of them, rolled off the production line equipped with a state-of-the-art radio set. Most commonly, it was the SCR-508, manufactured by a small company you might have heard of called Galvin, which later became Motorola. This wasn't just any radio, it was an FM radio. Frequency modulation, a technology license from the brilliant inventor Edwin Armstrong, was a game-changer. FM technology cut through the static like a hot knife through butter, provided crystal-clear voice-quality communication even in the heart of battle. The American tanker could hear his commander's orders as if he were standing right next to him. This universal deployment of superior technology transformed the American armored forces. Every single Sherman tank became a node in a massive mobile battlefield network. It wasn't just about tank-to-tank communication. The SCR-508 system was incredibly versatile. A tank commander could not only talk to his platoon leader, but thanks to a dual receiver setup, he could also listen in on the company command channel simultaneously. He had complete situational awareness. Need to talk to the crew inside your own tank? No problem. An integrated intercom system, the BC-66, connected all 5 crew members, allowing the commander, gunner, loader, driver, and co-driver to communicate seamlessly, without shouting over the engine's roar. Let's talk about power and range, because this is where the difference becomes even more stark. The German FUG-5 transmitter had a power output of 10 watts. On a good day, while moving, it might have a reliable range of about half a mile to a mile. The American SCR-508? It boasted a 25-watt transmitter, giving it more than double the power. This translated to a reliable moving range of 7 miles. 7 miles. That's not a typo. American tank units could maintain perfect communication and coordination over vast distances. During the Battle of Kasserine Pass, American armored divisions were coordinating their movements across a front that was 50 miles wide. This was something the Germans could only dream of. Furthermore, the American radios were incredibly stable. They used crystal-controlled oscillators, which kept the frequency locked in with a precision of plus or minus 0.01%. The German sets were far less stable, drifting by as much as 1%. This meant German operators constantly had to retune their radios to stay on frequency, assuming they could even hear anything through the static. The American system was simple, 10 preset crystal-controlled channels. Just push a button, and you're instantly connected to the right net with perfect clarity. What did this mean in practical terms? It meant speed, flexibility, and lethality. An American tank platoon could operate like a pack of wolves, communicating on the fly, flanking enemies, and concentrating fire with deadly efficiency. If a Sherman crew spotted a tough target, like an anti-tank gun emplacement, the commander could get on the radio and call for artillery support. Because the communication was clear and direct, that fire mission could be processed and have shells on the way in just 3 to 5 minutes. A German unit trying to do the same thing, they would have to use signal flags or send a runner, a process that could take 15 to 30 minutes. In a tank battle, 15 minutes is an eternity. This technological superiority was backed by the sheer might of American industry. While German manufacturing struggled under Allied bombing, Motorola was churning out over 50,000 of these advanced radio sets. It's guaranteed that every single American tank was a fully connected combat vehicle. The Germans simply couldn't compete. Their intelligence services even missed the point entirely. They observed the incredible coordination of American armored units, but attributed it to superior training, not technology. They saw the effect but completely failed to understand the cause, and so they never adapted. This story of the SCR-508 radio is the perfect illustration of a principle that defines modern warfare. The network defeats the platform. A single German Tiger tank was, on paper, a superior platform to a single Sherman. It had a better gun and more armor. But a platoon of 5 networked Shermans could easily outmaneuver, outcommunicate, and overwhelm that lone half-blind Tiger. The ability to share information, to coordinate action, and to adapt in real time was a far more powerful weapon than any amount of steel or firepower. The network of Shermans, connected by the invisible threads of FM radio waves, was the truly dominant force. So the next time you see a movie about World War II and watch the Shermans rolling across the fields of France, remember the unsung hero of their victory? It wasn't just the courage of the men inside, but also the revolutionary technology that connected them. The SCR-508 radio gave them a voice in the chaos, an ear for command, and a decisive edge that helped win the war. It was the birth of network-centric warfare, and its legacy echoes in every connected battlefield of the 21st century. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into military tech history interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.